Morning ladies. We are going to start the stretch. So today, tight hips. I have some tight hips. So that means we are going to be stretching some tight hips today, right? So there's a couple of things that you might need, right? One is obviously your floor or your mat. The other one is a chair, but the chair will come later. You can sit on a sofa, just something that's elevated. But we're going to start first. I'm going to get into an angle here. I'm going to say hello. Brave starts. Good morning. Right then. So what we're going to do, putting the coffee down, is we're going to go into a piriformis stretch. Something that we have done before, but we're going to kind of advance it. We're going to mobilize. Today is very much about dynamics and dynamic stretching, mobilization. So we're going to put one leg right over. So my right leg is going to go right over my knee, like that. And it's going to go flat on the floor. And I'm going to pull my left foot in. And from there, I'm going to shift my body a bit more to the left, so that my hips are completely turned to the other side. So you fold your leg round. So my right leg is over my left knee. And my left leg now is in a somewhat 90-degree angle, and I've pulled both my legs over more to my left side. And my right hand is pulling me back. So it's putting pressure, pulling me back, opening up my clavicle and opening up my hips. Because this is all about tight hips. And the mobilization part will come when you release the hand and grab your leg and mobilize it, push it down. So now the right hand, my right hand now is on my right knee and pushing away. So I'm not stabilizing myself no more. I'm stabilizing myself with my left arm and I'm just mobilizing. So what we're going to do together is I'm going to go for 10 pulses and then we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So in 3, 2, 1, we're going to go for 10 pulses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to hold it in the lowest contractile stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you release. And then you switch legs over whilst I say hello. Own your own fitness. Hey, how you doing? Right then. And so it's going to be my left leg is going to go right over, and my right leg is going to be 90-degree bent if I can get myself like that. And as I did the last time, my left arm now is going to go back, and I'm going to shift my hips to my right. So my left leg is crossing my right leg, which is bent at a 90-degree angle or so, and I've shifted my body a bit more to my right, but now I'm forcing my body on the left side to go down, holding, supporting, so I'm getting that hip stretch, getting the obliques, I'm getting the chest, the delt. And then from there, I'm going to release my left hand, put it on my left knee, and I'm going to start pulsing. So I'm going to do that countdown again. So we're going to pulse for 10. So we start now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we hold it on the 10th, and we hold it for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we let go of that. And we now go into the butterfly. Now we always do the butterfly, but this time round, we're going to add a dynamic to it. So the dynamic is our knees now going down. So we're going to force our knees to go pulse down, and we're going to do the same thing as we did with the piriformis, where we count to 10. So we go for 10, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we hold it for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now, keeping the feet together, put your hands behind you, very close to your hips, very close to your butt, and you're going to raise your body up, raise your body up. As you raise your body up, your knees are going to go down. So raise the body up, knees go down. Raise the body up, knees go down. Keep the hands very close to the body as you raise. And we're going to do that for 10. Well, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, yeah? Pulse it. So we go. 1, 2. So we raise our bodies up. 3, and then the knees go down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we elevate ourselves up and we hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we relax, and we lean back slightly, so we get a wrist stretch, a forearm stretch. We push ourselves forward, so we're mobilizing our wrist, so back and forth, mobilizing our wrist. As we come forward in the upright position, bring your knees down. So bring your knees up as you go back, bring your knees down as you go forward. And we mobilize that way. And we go dynamic stretching. Even though it may be a very short range, still working the hip flexors, adductors, forearms, and we go 1, where we move forward, 2, move forward, go back, 3, go forward, knees down, 4, 5, knees down, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the knees go down and they get held for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you relax, and there should be some tightness in the wrist. So keep the butterfly, bring your hands together, and then roll your fingers down either side, and then opposite each other. And then get your back of your hands together, bring your elbows down, but keep the back of your hands still firmly together. And you're going to feel a release in those wrists. And then again, just roll them up, fingers roll them up back into that prayer. And then push your palms down to a very low point, to the point where they do want to release, but you're not letting them release. So you get that stretch, and then we follow through again. So we roll the fingers down opposite each other, get the back of the hands together, bring the elbows down, keep the back of the hands as flat as possible together, and then we roll the fingers up again, back into that hand prayer, and then again, roll the fingers down, back of the hands together, always keeping in the butterfly. Try and bring your knees down at the same time, and then roll back up again, back into that hand prayer. And you should be feeling some nice tightness in your stomachs as well. So this is where we need the chair, or the sofa, or somewhere where you can sit on. And we're just going to go through one stretch. This is something that you can do any time of the day. So make your day great. We're going to sit on the chair, and you're going to put one foot on the top of the thigh, so the knee. And you're going to go into another Piriformis. So your body's upright, your hands on the elbow, and so my left side now. So my left knee is now, my left foot is now on my right leg, and my left hand is now pushing down on my left knee. And even though you can see that, it might be the opposite way around because the video is kind of different. So it may look like I'm doing it on my right, and you may think you don't know your right for left. So this is my left. So we're pushing it down, we're holding it, getting the piriformis stretch, keep the body upright all the way. And now here's where we're going to do some box breathing as we push. So we're pushing the knee down, Make sure it's getting held down, so there's a little bit of vibration going on, and we're going to breathe. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out, 4 seconds hold. In 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now we hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we expel for 4, 3, 2, 1, and now we hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we breathe in, 4. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 4. Hold for 4. We breathe in for 4. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 4. Hold for 4, whilst firmly pushing that knee down. One last time, we breathe in for 4. We hold for 4. We breathe out for 4. And we hold for 4. That was a bit longer than 4. And then we relax the foot, relax the foot. And then we swap legs over, swap legs over. So my left leg now, my left foot is planted on the floor. My left foot is planted on the floor. My right foot is on the top of my left knee. And I'm pushing some pressure. I'm putting some pressure on my right knee to push it down. For me personally, that hurts. So I'm going to alleviate the pressure. And then we're going to go again with the breathing. So it'll be 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out, 4 seconds hold. In 3, 2, 1, we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, we hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. We blow out for 4, 3, 2, 1, and we hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we breathe in for 4. Hold 4. Breathe out 4. Hold 4. We breathe in 4. We hold 4. We breathe out 4. We hold 4. And we breathe in for 4. We hold for 4. We breathe out for 4. And then we hold one more time for 4. And now we put our legs down, feet down, and we're going to go back on the floor, on the mat. I'd like you to kneel down when you get on there. So we're going to have an exaggerated kneel. So we're going to open up our knees. Oh. So we're going wide. Let me get this way. Okay, so now as you can see, we're in that traditional frog stretch. A wicked hip mobilizer. Your hands are going to be directly underneath your chin, your neck, your chest, and you're going to have a little bit of pressure on it. And then you're going to protrude your shoulders, your chin, further than your fingers. But don't go so far that you lose balance. And then you're going to rock back so that your shoulders, your chin are behind your palms. And we're going to rock forward and back for 10. So we're going to go forward now. So 1, we go back, 1. Go forward 2, go back 2. Getting those hips mobilized. Go forward 3, go back 3. Every time you go back, feel that little bit more tension in those hips. We go back 4. We go forward 5. And we go back 5. We go forward 6. And we go back 6. Then we go 7. And then we go 7. We go forward 8. And then we go forward back 8. Sorry. Go forward 9. Go back 9. Go forward 10. And then we go back 10, but we sit. We sit back, we put our palms firmly into the ground, trying to force our way even more further back, showing and proving that your muscles have now elongated and you'll be able to sit in a more deeper stretch, opening up those hips. And we're going to hold it for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then from there, we're going to get into a kneeling pose. So the leading leg is going to go out in front. The trailing leg is going to go back a bit so that it's outstretched. And you're then going to lean into your thigh as your ankle mobilizes you forward. So you're getting an adductor, hip flexor, front stretch on the trailing leg, and you're getting a nice hip opener on the forward leg. Your hands, they can be on the thigh, they can be beside your feet to advance it a little bit. So the more advanced that you feel you can get, then just stretch a little bit more deeper. Put your hands any way that they are supporting you. Make sure that the forward heel is firmly planted no matter how far forward that you go. Try and keep that foot flat. I'm now pressing my fingers into the floor and I'm kind of dragging them back in a nice static manner so that my body is leaning more forward. My heel is firmly attached to the ground and I'm getting a much deeper hip flexor, adductor stretch on the trailing leg and a nice hamstring glute hip stretch on my bent leg. And we're going to hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to change legs. So that leg that was in front now goes back. And the leg that was back now goes forward. And then we lean into that knee that is in front of us, placing our chest, our stomach on that thigh, making sure the upper back is not rounded, making sure the lower back is nice and neutral, nice and natural. And once again, if you want to put your hands either side of your feet, you can do so in order to firmly plant them into the ground whilst you pull back and your body moves forward, stabilizing you, supporting you. Getting that nice deep stretch on the adductor, hip flexor, hips, stomach to a degree. I'm just feeling what muscles are coming in. Holding it, stabilizing it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to come out of that, but keep the front foot forward, keep the front foot forward. And what you do, you're going to release the hand, let it slide as you kneel back. Kneel back, and you've got now a hamstring stretch on the leg that was bent, and now it's stretched. And the trailing leg that was behind you is now in a kneeling position. And we're going to hold that. And as we hold that, we're going to hold for 5 seconds and then we're going to start pulsing. So we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to pulse by moving our hips, pelvic tilt forward, pelvic tilt forward. Little dynamic stretches, getting that hamstring to tug open. And we're going to do that all together. So as we go forward, we're going to go 1 forward, 2 forward, 3 forward. So it's a little pulse. 4 forward, 5 forward, 6 forward, 7 forward, 8 forward, 9 forward. And then we change legs. So that stretched leg now goes in the kneeling position, and the kneeling leg outstretches itself whilst your hands are right in the center. So they're in the center of your body, so they stabilize you, and they're kind of equal to your knees. That's where your hands should be. If there was like a line you can draw right through. And we're going to sit back as far as we can, stretching that quad on the bent knee, on the bent leg, sorry. Getting that hamstring to be opened up on the forward leg. And we're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to pulse it. So we go forward and back, forward and back. 1, forward. 2, forward and back. 3, forward and back. 4, forward and back. So your elbows slightly collapse. That was 5, 6, 7. Every time you pulse, make sure your elbows are slightly collapsed. I believe we've got one more left. Right, leave the leg where it is, but if you don't mind to bend it, as you did in the beginning, so it's going to go 90-degree angle at the front, 90-degree angle. So your leg's now going to go 90-degree angle. I'll show you here. And your trailing leg is going to go way back, so it's going to be outstretched. And what we're going to do here is lean forward slightly, so your hands can go anywhere they wish to go in order for you to lean right forward. And this is going to open up your hips. Absolutely on target. And this is called the pigeon. So it's very much like a 90-90, but the trailing leg is not exactly in a 90-degree position. So your front leg is, if you want more mobilization, bring your heel more in to your body. And that way it collapses from a 90-degree angle all the way down. 80 degrees, 70 degree. And you're leaning more forward. Leaning more forward, getting that stretch. And if you can hug your knee and then go even further down. Even further down. And from here, we're going to add another stretch, which I feel is just necessary. So, I've personally got my right knee out in front of me. My left leg is back. My left hand now is going to elevate. And it's going to go round. So my right elbow is really firmly into the ground, supporting me, stabilizing me. And I'm opening up my obliques, opening up my rib cage, opening up my lats. Taking deep breaths in. Breathing out. Now your scapula is going to feel tight. If it does, just rotate your shoulder forward so that it's not directly even. And that way you alleviate the pressure on that nerve that's kinking where the shoulder blade is that meets the neck. And I don't even know what this is called. This is just a phenomenal stretch. And then we relax. And we change legs. So, the opposite knee is now forward in a 90-degree angle or so, whilst the trailing leg is now far back. And again, supporting yourself, and you're going to lean forward so that you get that hip stretch, get that hip proper opened up. And once again, your hands, they can go forward, they can hug the knee, you can collapse into the stretch. Just try and get a deeper stretch all the way. And if you wanted to, you can bring your forward foot, bring it more back to your body, opening up that hip even more. As you'll find with the hold, that muscle will be able to elongate even more because you've got that fresh, oxygenated blood delivering the nutrients, delivering all of that medicine into those joints. And we are now stretching the hips, glutes, lats. I'm just feeling it. And as we did it last time, so your elbow that is firmly onto the ground, leave it on the ground so it supports you, and your hand, the same side as your outstretched leg, is now going to raise up, and you're going to rotate it over your head. And you're going to go right over, so your lats open up, rib cage, abdominal, and we're going to make sure there's no kink in that scapular area. And how we do that is by rotating the shoulder forward so it's not in line with the other shoulder, it's slightly curved. Your upper back is slightly curved, but it's cool because you are now in just stretching heaven. Your muscles are just appreciating it, loving it, and serving you well by just going with it. And we're going to then bring the hand down, relax our bodies. So our hand now goes up, our hand goes down, and then our body goes up. We sit up in this upright position. Again, hip flexor on the trailing leg, leaning forward, getting the hip on the bent leg. And then both knees are now going to go on the floor. And we're going to go into a supine stretch. Holding the supine stretch, one foot comes up, firmly plants itself on the floor, lifts you up, and now you go into a supine. Roll your shoulders out, and you have served yourself well. Naveen, good morning.